Hi, I'm here with another Feldenkrais lesson. When you're ready, come to lie all the way down on your back. And just take a moment to sense and feel your contact with the ground. Your legs can be standing or they can be lying long, whatever feels more comfortable for you. And as you notice your breath and the surface beneath you, allow your breathing to come and go naturally, with ease, allowing the breath. And now make a movement with the head of taking the chin a little bit away from the chest as you inhale and closer to the chest as you exhale. As you inhale, the chin moves away from the chest as though you're looking up. As you exhale, the chin moves toward the chest as though you want to look down towards your knees or feet. And feel this movement in your neck and notice if it travels further down your body as you continue to make this movement of the chin moving further and closer to the chest. Where else do you feel this movement in you? And pause and rest from that for a moment, continuing to rest on your back. And now once again, move the head up and down by way of taking the chin further from the chest and closer to the chest. I'm going to model in seated. You're welcome to always come to seated, but staying on the ground for this is best if you can lie on your back. And the chin is going away from the chest as you inhale and coming closer to the chest as you exhale. And just notice that movement in your body with the breathing. Pause once again and just rest and notice where the back of your head is resting and how your breathing is. And now if your legs are not in standing already, bring them to standing so that the knees are oriented toward the ceiling and the feet are flat on the floor. And then when you're ready, begin to push into your feet and then let go of that pushing. And do that quite a few times. Push into the feet and then let go of the pushing. And see if you're pushing with your whole foot, with every part of both feet, or not. You might feel this movement of the pelvis tilting a little bit up. As you push into the feet, the pelvis tilts a little bit up. And just feel that movement. Pushing into the feet and then releasing that pushing. And notice what you sense. Continue to do that movement of pushing into the feet, releasing the pushing. And feel how the lower back goes into the floor as you do this. So as you push, feel that your lower back is going closer to the floor. As you release the feet, feel that it comes back. So each time you push, your lower back goes closer into the floor. And feel that connection between the pushing of the feet and the lower back going closer to the floor. And then pause and rest for just a moment as you continue to push into the feet and let go. The next time you come back, pause and rest. You can lengthen the legs or keep them in standing as you rest on your back. And now we'll make a movement with our breath. So we're going to inhale and we're going to expand the lower belly as we inhale, just like a balloon all the way around. And as you exhale, sink the belly. And continue to do that movement. Inhale, expand your belly all the way around, 360 degrees. Exhale, sink and contract everything. Sinking the lower belly and then letting it rise as you inhale. And just breathing in this way. letting the belly rise, and then sinking the belly. Continue to do that a couple more times. And then pause that, and let's try the opposite movement. So now as we inhale, we're going to sink the belly. Inhale, sink your lower belly. Exhale, push it out. Inhale, sink the belly. Exhale, push the belly out. Inhale to sink the belly, and exhaling to push it out. And just doing that a few more times in this way of breathing. And then pause and let that go and rest on your back. Feel the breathing now that you're resting. And when you're ready, bring the legs back into standing if they're not already there. And push into the feet to push the lower back into the floor. Notice if that got any easier. And now release the feet and then push the lower belly out and arch the back so that you have space under your back. And go back and forth like that. Once you push with the feet, feel the lower back go into the floor. And then you allow the belly to expand and the back to arch. And continue to go back and forth like that. And notice, how do you breathe as you do this? Is the breath inhaling in a certain spot? Continue to do that movement a couple more times. And then pause that. And now just take your head a little up and down like you did in the beginning. And notice if anything is easier about moving the chin away from the chest or the chin closer to the chest. And notice if you can feel it anywhere else in your body now. Go slow so you can feel what's connected to this movement. And then pause that and just notice your contact as you rest on your back, the back of your head, your chest, and your back. Once more with the legs in standing, we're going to combine these two movements now. So as you push into the feet, the lower back comes closer to the floor. Let the chin come away from the chest. And now as you start to expand the belly and arch the back, let the chin come closer to the chest. So in one direction, the chin's going away from the chest as you push into the feet, and the lower back is closer. In the other direction, the chin is going closer to the chest as you push out the lower belly. And just notice that relationship between these two movements now, doing them together. Feeling this move up and down your whole spine. Continue that a couple more times. And then come to pause and rest. And now this time, come back with the legs and standing. We're going to do the same movement, but we're going to use pushing and pulling with the feet. So we're going to push with the feet to bring the lower back into the floor. The chin comes away from the chest. And now it's almost like you're pulling with your feet. Like you lift them a little bit, it pulls the pelvis down. And then you come down, chin closer to the chest. So use this pushing and pulling with your feet to make the movement, and then start to make it a little faster as you push and pull with your feet. You'll feel the head probably saying yes, and the movement traveling up and down your spine. And then let that go and rest for a moment on your back. Once more, have the legs in standing. And just take the head up and down and notice if there's been a difference now as you take the chin away from the chest and closer to the chest. What's different about this movement now? And now let's go back to the movement we were just doing. And before we do that, actually, just take your head a little right and left. So just notice what it's like to take the head now right and left. We haven't gone right and left. And once the head is in center, start to make this movement. Again, I'm pushing into the feet. The head is rocking up and down. As you do this, take the head right and left as you are doing this movement of pushing and pulling with the feet. Letting the head just kind of oscillate with the movement, going up and down and side to side at the same time with no rhythm, just as it goes. And then let all that go and just feel how that feels in your back and in your chest and in your breathing and in your contact with the floor. Resting on your back now. Once again, with legs in standing, take your right hand to your head, to your forehead, and use it to roll your head right and left. So you're going to use the hand to roll the head. So you're going to keep the hand rather flat. And you're rolling it as though it's a beach ball or a pencil, and you're just rolling your head with your hand. The fingers on your forehead, you can kind of feel how they pull in one direction and the other, to the palm, to the fingers. And then try that with the other hand, left hand or your other hand, rolling the head, pushing it with the palm, the flat hand, so that the head rolls on its own. The hand is rolling the head. And now let's add back in that movement of pushing and oscillating, and go ahead and roll the head as you do this movement. And then switch hands. You're jiggling up and down as you roll your head left and right with one hand and then the other. And then let that go and rest on your back. And once more on your back, just take the chin a little bit away from the chest and a little bit closer to the chest, and notice how that is now. And notice if you can feel it connecting to your spine and your pelvis. Can you feel the long line of your spine now on the ground? Is that clearer? When you're ready, come to your side and come all the way up to seated. Taking all the time you need, resting more on the floor if you need to. And from there, when you feel ready, just slowly making your way up to standing, or you can stay in seated and see how you feel. But notice any difference in the way that you sense your spine and how strong you feel your midline is, that you come together right in the middle. Just feel that ability to be so central, still being able to see in all directions, but feeling your center line. Thank you for joining me today. Please subscribe and try more videos.